it's kind of a polarizing thing because he has a lot. He was fighting like
cases,
12 fucking felonies right now, and he's done things that's like that most people just fucking shit on him for. Like, oh yeah, well, it's good that he died because he did this and he did that.
Right.
But then at the same time, he spent the last 7-8 months trying to change his life. And if you look at him over the last couple years, you kind of see him growing with his age. You see him growing out, but then you hear the stories about his upbringing. And he had a real fucked up upbringing and a way of life that his people, I heard something about them, his parents making him attack somebody violently when he was 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? But the kid is bipolar. My cousin is bipolar. My cousin is the sweetest man I've ever met in my life. If I had $100 million and he had $20, he would give me $19 of his money. He'd give me $19.50
Right.
to get something to eat.
Right.
Never mind. You know what I'm saying? One of the sweetest people ever. But when he's off his medication, he's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Dangerous. You understand? I've dealt personally with bipolar. How do you call it? Bipolar
disorder.
With bipolar disorder. Pretty much all my life with my cousin.
Yeah,
so I understand that.
Too, yeah.
And when I see the things that he's
scary.
done and the things that he's been through, not to say that's an excuse, but I understand the type of struggle that he had to deal with. That kid was special, man. And it's a real fucking sad story for him to go like that. And I think that in the end, it's gonna change a lot of what's going on right now. But do your research,
That
man.
dude Tekashi 69
do your research.
was like posting videos. It was like, yo, I've been trolling too much, basically. Like, y'all gotta chill.
Yeah,
Damn, that shit made him think about his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's what he did. Yeah. It's on
X
Instagram.
was a real dude, man. Like he was wild. I remember the one thing, like he didn't like to promote the drugs because he feel like the one thing he understood is that the kids are gonna follow him
power of music.
and they're gonna follow what he does. So he felt like I'm not promoting this shit. He wasn't a street nigga, even though he was wild, he was crazy. He wasn't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? He got into some wild shit, mostly on the defense. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that shit broke my heart. The second I saw that he was murdered, I was affected. Like, yeah.
If he's really like bipolar, then yeah, because I've seen bipolar too. I just feel like that word gets thrown around loosely nowadays.
Boy,
No,
it's
he's-
real.
he's
That shit is real
absolutely-
scary, bro.
He's
Yeah.
absolutely really bipolar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit that
No, I believe it. I'm just
yeah.
saying, like,
How crazy?
Mental disorders and shit. That shit gets mental health issues. That shit gets thrown around a lot when it's really not that.
yo, do you?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, how crazy did you guys think it was? How, and maybe I'm really asking this question to Matt because you were following it more. How people were like taking pictures of his body slumped in the car without, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like disrespecting the scene of him being murdered, but they're like taking pictures.
Was he dead at that point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was slumped.
He was. His
He was
body
slumped
was
over,
lifeless.
they
bro.
said it, he had no pulse. I mean, but if you seen it, you see he was dead. He was shot.
He was slumped.
Apparently, from what one of the witnesses said, he was shot 3 times in the back of his neck.
Oh shit.
And they said the last thing he said was, "Yo, what's going on?" Bow, bow, bow. So apparently
what the
he
fuck
was
kind of
shopping.
witness was that?
He was shopping for a motorcycle. It was a guy
that
who was
the
there.
murderer?
Right. Wait, let's get that
No,
person.
it was a guy. He was shopping for a motorcycle, and